Good morning, everyone. It is 6:16 on this First Alert weather day. We're expecting as the day goes on, especially this afternoon through tomorrow, the rain is going to be picking up. The wind is going to be picking up. It could cause power outages. And with all that wind and the wave action and the high tides, we could see also coastal flooding. But more of the widespread impacts, we'll all be experiencing some heavy rain and some strong wind gusts. The gusts right now in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range coming in from that east-northeasterly direction. We do have an advisory, wind advisory along the immediate shoreline. You can always open up the First Alert weather app to inspect more on this. You're just going to reach that criteria for that advisory, but inland just falling shy of it. So it doesn't mean that we're, out of the woods for wind, but certainly those gusts could be just a little bit higher, 45, maybe 50 down towards the shoreline. That's where the greater risk for isolated power outages could set up. But see, inland, that's 30 to 40. So not much below that. You get up in the higher terrain, you're closer to where some of those stronger winds are that will be trying to mix down. And so that's where you could also see those 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So certainly going to get windier as the day progresses, and even very windy over the water. And you don't want to be on the seas that are 7 to 10 feet going into tomorrow. And there's a storm warning there. Coastal flood advisory. So we've got 3 high tide cycles. They'll never completely go through the cycle from high to low tide. The water's just going to keep kind of rising upwards. So 1 to 2 feet of inundation folks have to be prepared for along the immediate shoreline. And this is going to be in effect from this afternoon through tomorrow evening. So the bulk of the rain still well south of us, but you can see that shield. It is creeping in our direction. First Alert Live radar. We've been tracking just a few light areas of rain developing as we kind of zoom in on the only live radar in the state. Oxford looks like up through Middlebury, Waterbury, now Plymouth, Wolcott's done. Watertown, First Alert, a little bit of light rain moving in your direction. And we've taken a look at the camera iCam here in Waterbury. It really doesn't look like much even happened. So very light in nature, 54 degrees and northeast wind at 15 miles per hour. First Alert Futurecast picking up on that little shower, and then things are pretty quiet through about noon. Now we start to see that rain building south first and then taking over as the day progresses. So afternoon and then the evening hours especially, that's when that rain moves in, then locally heavy. We got some yellows and oranges. That's a higher intensity of rainfall coupled with the strong wind gusts. So it's going to be a little noisy. Got a little anxious pup or two, which I have. They may need a little thunder jacket on, even though it's not going to be thundering. You know what I mean? It's just going to be noisy out there a little bit. Hopefully we don't have any things come down out there blowing around, but we have to prepare for that possibility, and those sporadic power outages still ongoing through Monday morning, Monday afternoon, and it really takes until Tuesday morning for a lot of the rain showers and the winds to start to back off. The amount of rain has beefed up a little bit in the past 24 hours, 1 to 2 inches, maybe locally higher, but at least it's spread out over a couple days. We need the rain. Deborah, Manchester coming in at 55. We've got 53 for Jackie and Hingham, Cary and Westbrook at 56 degrees. So still an opportunity to head out to the Riverton Fair or running out, getting some errands done before the rain and the wind starts to get here. Will be gradually developing through the afternoon, and just have the umbrella with you. Hopefully it doesn't flip inside out though as you get into the afternoon at the Southington Apple Harvest Festival. The allergy forecast is low, by the way, ragweed over the next several days. First Alert 7-day forecast. We have our First Alert weather day today into tomorrow. For that coastal storm, we're planning on wet and windy conditions and some of the worst conditions certainly by the immediate shoreline. Breezy still, few lingering showers early Tuesday, then improvements with our forecast looking dry as of right now through Saturday. So once we get to Wednesday, some really nice improvements and slight fluctuations with our temperatures. Another update on this First Alert weather day and Birdie 30 coming up in 10 minutes. Taylor?
Sounds good.